Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and to a flip through of a new colouring book that I have purchased. This is Dark Art Supernatural, a creepy colouring book by Francois Gautier. I may be pronouncing that wrong and I do apologise. This is a perfect book for Halloween. I was very excited when I discovered this one and was like, this needs to go into my collection immediately. Dare to enter this eerie realm of the supernatural in this spine-chilling colouring book. So this is being produced by Lom Art. It is a similar size to if you have tarot colouring or what's the other one that was Mystic Animals by Stratton Peterson, I believe it is. It is the same style book. I have a brand new Kirby beside me to give you some size. So it's taller and narrower. It is around A4 size. And this is actually part of the Dark Art series. So these Dark Art and these Gothica. Now, I did find Dark Art at a local store, but when I flicked through it, it was either Dark Art or Gothica. One of these I found locally, but when I flicked through it, the lines were really thick and I didn't really like the look of it to me. So I ended up leaving it and choosing not to get it in my collection. So when I saw this one at first, I was like, oh, no, I didn't really like the previous ones. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a flick through of it just in case on the shelf. And I'm so glad I did, because I ended up with being like, yes, you're immediately coming into my collection. Because it's really, really nice. So it is a little spookier than most of my colouring books. However, there's some really pretty pages in here, and I really admire the line work. So we have a really cool title page here, with lots of creepy little characters. And then we have the information page. And I mean, when I reached this point, I was already sold on the book, because I really loved the detail in the shelf. And then this really cool bird, but also the line work. It's not too thick. It's really nicely detailed. And I was like, yes, I see potential here. And then I discovered the pages, and they are single-sided for a start. So immediately, so much better. Single-sided. I love single-sided books. The paper is kind of thin, and it is thinner compared to, say, tarot colouring or some of the older ones, which I think is like astrology. And there's a series of these. They're not like a series like the Dark Art ones are, but they're produced the same. They're the same size book. They've got the same styling on the spine. Lom Arts produces all of them. It's just a format, so I kind of bunch these all together, and this is the newer, thinner paper that a lot of colouring books are shifting towards. It's not as thick. It will still handle, like, it's better with dry. It will handle ink tints that are just activated, for example, but you could not saturate this paper. But it's not Amazon paper or anything. It's still got at least a little bit of body. So yeah, it's a lot of the images in here are very, again, perfect for Halloween. This is the perfect Halloween book. Very creepy and spooky. I really love this shelf. Like, I've got a real itch at the moment to colour a shelf like this, full of potions and bottles and all sorts of weird stuff. I'm also really intrigued by the amount of, like, the heart, for example. I actually work in a medical laboratory, so a lot of that stuff does not gross me out, but I know for some people that could be quite gross. So yeah, do be aware of this book. Again, it's dark art, so yeah, definitely a very good Halloween book. I love this page as well. Like, she just looks like a badass vampire. So cool. So cool. And just like the pose and dynamicness, and there's enough like detail in there that you could have a lot of fun with where you place colours, and Yeah, and then I saw this one of the wolves howling at the moon. It's like, oh, that's very cool. And it's like some of them are mid-transformation as well. It's just, yeah, very cool. A very cool image I haven't really seen explored in that capacity. Or like half armored, half fire soldier, or maybe that's not ghosts, like clouds. Like colouring this all in and then blocking out those lines with a white Posca and making it like really ethereal and smoky. That could look so freaking cool. Creepy scarecrow. Demon cat. I mean, one could argue that a lot of cats can be like that. I also really like cats though. Ghost ship. This one's just pretty. I think this is meant to be Swan Lake. Just by the swans that are around it and the roses. That could be really fun to do that, like, really prettily, but also really dark. Because she is crying and stuff, so. It does look like we have decapitated swan heads. That the roses are growing out of. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. Okay, that's kind of gross. Again, this one's really perfect for Halloween. But then you've got images like this where, you know, we've just got her with all the fire around her and stuff like that. Like, that could kind of be done anytime. Just as like a fire elemental. But then some of these feel very much Halloween-y. Like this creepy clown. That's cool. I quite like spiders, so for me, I find that quite cool. But I know there's a lot of people who don't like spiders. Some sort of water monster. Ooh. Like the gems in his skin. That would be really fun to work in as well. Like actually building the tone so that you've got that raged lip of skin around and then it moves into the gems in the skin. That's cool. I like the fact that she's like actually casting it out. It's like the spell is building. Dancing skeletons. That is cool. That could be a lot of fun too. Like, if you pretend that's a night sky and that's where your light source is, and then it becomes darker in here as the cave expands out, and then it would really draw your focus in the center here to this bat that is flying. I think that's meant to be King Kong with a crystal on his head. Ooh, we got a sideways one. That's really cool. Though it does look like he's being stabbed, which isn't so cool. But also, you could very easily just mask that out and turn that into him holding the spear if you didn't want him being stabbed by it. And then that could just be like any type, you know? Monster book. Oh, have we got? No, we just got a very curly around dragon. I like the dragon egg that's hatching too. That's really fun. Oh, yes. We all know I love my water. That siren is so cool though. Such a cool siren. Oh. Yeah, so some of these are like a little on the gruesome side. I will admit that a couple of them I don't see myself getting to just because they're maybe a bit too gruesome or I'd need to be in the right mindset for it. But a lot of them I really do like, and I think they're really interesting images that kind of push me a bit beyond what I have in my collection. See, that's cool. And I've been itching to sort of colour some more spooky stuff this season and really try to practice some new effects. Like, I love my cutesy, innocent, fun art pages, but I also kind of like a little bit of this as well. So I'm excited to see where this goes. Oh, that's fun, because if you look, it's meant to be a mirror reflection, but there's no hands here. So it's not actually a mirror. That's really fun. About to say, there's a lot of bird motifs in here as well. Birds are used a lot. It's quite cool. So you got the bird on top and you've got the skeleton reflected in the water, and also a really fun time to practice water reflections. Another fire elemental. That's a lot of brickwork. Froggy. And there's the image from the start, but in a much bigger form, which I'm glad about because it was very tiny at the start. There's a lot of detail in this page. Something like a Yeti or an indomitable snowman. Again with the gems. The gems are appearing. That's really cool with the different poses, and also like turning that into stained glass and all the different colors. It's very cool. Headless horseman. Some sort of ghost or zombie. They meant to be cyborgs, maybe? They don't look human, but they're cool. And that's the end of the book, and we've got our copyright information there. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this flip through of Dark Art Supernatural. Was it too creepy for you? Did you find it a little too dark? I'm really excited by it. I think it's a really interesting book, and it's a bit different to anything else in my collection, which it's fun to sort of find those holes and, you know, have something in there. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if this is in your collection or is possibly going to be added to your collection. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!